I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, but I think Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies might be having a comeback. This is something I never thought I would be asking myself, but after the new update, which has added the new map, quote unquote, I guess you can call this a remaster, but after Shino Numa has been added to Vanguard, I'm starting to question, is Call of Duty Vanguard having a comeback? Now, I am fully aware what you're thinking. This game is dog, this game is bad, why are we giving it the time of day to give it some praise? The only reason I updated my Vanguard, even though I should probably uninstall it because I don't play it, was because I wanted to give it a chance. It's round-based zombies that has come back, and I just needed to know what it was going to be like. And then I wanted to make my video on it explaining why this game is bad, why they don't understand what zombies is anymore, and just completely just get my thoughts and opinions out there on Call of Duty Zombies. However, the moment it went from that round 1 to round 2, something clicked in me. There was a connection between me and this game. And that connection for me was just feeling like I was back in the good old days of playing some actual Call of Duty Zombies, where I just get up those rounds and I just enjoy myself, get whatever gun I can get, and just try and survive as long as I possibly can. The core of Call of Duty Zombies. That's what it was. That was the feeling I had. Feeling like I was playing an actual Treyarch title. And sure, part of that could be because it's Shino Numa and it's remastered, but it's really not. That's what I got to kind of separate between. So let's just start off with talking about the map in general. It's Shino Numa, it's essentially a remaster, but we have a new area we can explore. It's pretty basic. I'm not going to sit here and try and pretend that this is the greatest map of all time. I'm not going to do what I do with Dire Rise. Dire Rise for me is one of my favourite maps of all time. I don't care what you think about that, it's just my personal opinion, alright? But I'm fully aware people hate that map. I'm not going to do this with this map right here. I'm not going to pretend, oh, because everyone hates it, I'm going to love it. And I don't do that with Dire Rise, by the way. I don't pretend to love it, I actually do. But at the very least, I had a positive experience when I played this, and I have to kind of just share that. And just so before I made this video, I haven't watched any other videos or any other streams or anything, seeing any other person's opinion on this map. This is purely my own. But going back to the point I was about to make, this map isn't the map that you should really be making to actually bring back an audience who really don't care about your game anymore. However, it also is. Now let me explain that. People have been away from Vanguard because they haven't liked the other objective-based game mode. It's been a few months since people have tried out the game and have really kind of probably forgotten about the mechanics or never got a chance to learn them, like myself. So in some ways, what having a remastered map of something like Shino Numa has done is created a kind of knowing what to expect in the layout, so you don't have to fully learn how to play a new map, but also 2, how to actually adjust to the mechanics that were introduced. It's a good reintroduction of what they're trying to do. You know the layout of the map, you kind of get how it works. There's one new spot which is kind of a good training spot in my opinion. It's a good way to just round them up. You know what training is. But one of the things I found myself finding with those new mechanics is the fact that I think the mode and what they were doing before with the objective-based game mode was really not it. You shouldn't be introducing them in that mode, because in round-based they actually really work. So let's take the perk system. The whole point of getting a free perk and then upgrading it and paying to upgrade it, whatever, it actually really shines in round-based. And I feel like that sort of thing, even myself, was stuff that I criticised them doing at the very start of the game, but that's because it didn't shine in a round-based mode, which is actually what it's perfect for, because one of the problems with those other modes that they had been trying out was they were too slow, and you couldn't really ever get round to getting either enough points to actually upgrade the perks fully, and it didn't allow you to experience why they had done it. But what round-based does is it works with it. It works with the system they had in place. It's really weird. It's like they built the system for round-based because the system and features they've added fit the actual structure of round-based and the pace of it more than anything. But then they go ahead and put it with objective-based game modes that don't work alongside it. Now, one of the things I have to say that I felt during this map is I felt like there was a bit of care from the developers themselves. I felt like they had... I could literally picture myself in the room where they're trying to plan out this map, and they've been looking through all the complaints people have had, and they've tried their best to taking criticism on board and trying to fix it and trying to improve on what they had made. There's a lot more focus within this, in my opinion, on the character and personality, which is something that really stood out to me, and it wasn't too overdone, but also going back to that sort of sense of mystery about zombies, trying to tell stories through radios and that sort of sense, and I really liked that. There were a few bits missing. Loading screen would have been nice, something like that, but something that has to be remembered about Vanguard is the point in time that it was created. Developed during a pandemic, developed when Activision were basically going through all the scandals and all the drama, meaning developers fairly took strikes and whatnot. This game had its ups and downs during development, and also it's taken development teams and basically trying to get them to work on Modern Warfare 2 as well. So there's a lot of ways that the development team, at least for Zombies and just the game overall, have been stretched way too far. And despite all of that, they have clearly tried using as much of the team as they had left to try and make a map that was worth playing. And getting back to the point of this video is that I enjoyed playing this map. For me, what it comes down to is that addictive replayability, because let me take you back to when this game first came out. I just jumped on it, excited to see what Zombies was going to do, a little bit worried, and I loaded it up, played 10 minutes, and never loaded up Zombies ever again until now. Now for comparison, when I loaded up this, I played it till round 20, got my exfil, and do you know what I did? Do you want to know what I did as soon as I finished that game? And had some food, obviously. I played another. Ladies and gentlemen, the gameplay you are currently seeing is still my first playthrough. But I did do a second playthrough of this, and I probably will do a third, which is something I have never thought I'd be doing on Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies. And for that, well done. You've made replayability. You finally cracked it. And I think this is the other thing that's kind of annoying me about this. The praise I'm giving should be stuff that isn't what I'm trying to criticize the game on, or why I should be enjoying it. Like, I shouldn't be enjoying it because they're getting the foundations of a game that was made in 2008 right. Like, that shouldn't be why I'm enjoying it, but it is. But it's kind of that thing of, like, you take it away and give it back, and it's kind of like you love it more than you did before. So let's try and answer the question, is this the comeback of Zombies? There's been a leak that there is going to be another map added. Now, in my head, this is how it should be approached. Let's say the next map is the final map you're getting for the game. This map, Shino Numa, as a remaster, should be getting back to the core of what Zombies is, and then the map that comes after it should be a bit more of an original idea that uses Shino Numa on Vanguard to get itself back in place. So then the map that we get next is something like I'm not going to say Origins, but it is kind of to that standard of an actual new Zombies experience. That's what it should be, and obviously there's no promise that that is the case, but what this map is screaming to me is the fact that they are trying to get back to the core of Zombies and what Zombies is all about. And if that is the case, then what I can say about this game is it's a good sign, but it's not going to have a comeback. If you look at the whole community and how they already perceive Vanguard Zombies, it's looked at as just dead. Like, no one cares about it. People are either just not going to try this update, or they're just going to kind of ignore it, watch some streamers, and it depends on the overall opinion of this map as well, but like, I think it's too little too late. There won't be like a second renaissance of this game. There's not going to be like I guess a good example is actually Black Ops 2, whereby before Mob of the Dead, everyone was just tired of the game and just weren't really feeling it as much as like Black Ops 1, but then Mob of the Dead released, and then suddenly it was just like re-energized the game and saved it in a way. I don't think this game is going to get that. Now, it could get that map in the Egypt map or whatever, but it's not going to be enough to make people come back and have a good opinion on this game. And let's say right, the map that comes out next is the best Zombies map of all time. Vanguard Zombies will still be looked at as the worst performing Call of Duty Zombies game. Because what it comes down to is comparing the experience and the amount of content and the quality of that content that was in the game itself when you just look at Zombies and if you're ranking it by Zombies. The quality of the first two maps that have come out, they aren't good enough. Granted, I didn't play the second one, but it's still just like, it's not enough. If you want to look at it in a way, it's kind of 50-50 on this in terms of what they've done. You get the two sort of Outbreak style maps and then two round-based maps, but what? Like, when you consider it, World at War had 4 round-based Zombies maps, and they're all loved and remembered fondly by the community, and this game's never going to have that. So whilst this game itself isn't going to have a comeback for Zombies, the next title that is going to include Call of Duty Zombies is looking positive if they're trying to get back to the core of what zombies is all about. And again, when I first thought of making this video, I thought I was going to be completely trashing on the mode, but it turns out I actually really enjoyed it and had a fun time on it. And I want to know what you guys thought of the map. Do you think this is the comeback of zombies? Did you actually enjoy playing the map? Or do you not like it? And do you just think zombies is kind of dead? But I think the saddest thing for me is like this felt like it had at least an element of what made Call of Duty Zombies great. And unfortunately it's been too long since we felt that, and it feels too late to be doing it now in this game's life cycle. But again, it is nice to at least have it, or at least a small part of it within this game. I guess the way to consider this map is it's a reminder of why zombies can be good and why we loved it so much. But in terms of me ranking this map, it's not going to be something I'm going to ever like rank highly in my personal tier lists. But yeah, by the way, if you are new to my channel, firstly subscribe, really appreciate it. But I obviously I've been doing a lot of like Warzone sort of content, funny moments on it, a lot of clips on it, commentaries and whatnot on kind of Warzone or multiplayer. And because of the state of zombies, it hadn't really crossed my mind that I was going to make content of it. But this came out and it was a perfect opportunity to sort of at least talk about it. But just so you know a bit about me, Call of Duty Zombies is where it all started for gaming with me. It was the first Call of Duty I really got into, the first multiplayer experience I really had, and it was really what got me into YouTube as well. The first channel I ever made was dedicated to Call of Duty Zombies, and ever since I first played Black Ops 2, that was the first Call of Duty I started with, I've had an addiction to zombies, and I miss having that addiction in a way. And it's kind of sad that it's been kind of forgotten about, because this mode can be amazing, but it can also be terrible. Like, when it's bad, it's bad. When it's good, it's good. So I don't know if I'm going to make any more zombies content or whatnot. If this video did well or whatnot, maybe I'll consider it. But yeah, I just wanted to get my thoughts out. I thought it was a good opportunity to do it, seeing as, you know, new map out, so why not try it? And yeah, anyway guys, appreciate you watching the video. I've been Dr. Dropout, and I shall see you in the next one very soon. Take care.